Hello, hello. Welcome back to an episode of WNN, your source for the music and music production news. Today we'll be checking out some early NAMM news. Apparently all the NAMM news comes out a week before NAMM actually happens. We got Scalar 3 being announced. We got the CEO of SUNO making himself look like an idiot. We got a new Analog Obsession plugin, a new SOFTUBE plugin, as well as a kind of false advertisement sort of thing. Make sure to like and subscribe. It's finally happening, guys. We have another reverb plugin. Sorry, we have another reverb plugin. When is enough enough? Probably several years ago. Let's hear them out though here. Maybe they're onto something. I don't know yet. Okay, SOFTUBE, they have dimensions. And they market it as a collection of reverbs with character. As you can see, there are several different algorithms here. Looks like we have 6 algorithms. Standard controls, dry, wet, time, bright, pre-delay, shimmer. The greatest, most essential reverbs in one plugin, from mechanical plates to random hall. Now, I'm not sure what they mean by the greatest, most essential reverbs. I'm guessing they mean these algorithms. With shimmering effect to make any of the reverbs a shimmer reverb. I guess that's kind of cool. You can put shimmer on any of them. Featuring an inspiring and intuitive reverb tail visualizer. So they're talking about this here, which I guess is pretty cool, but that's really the only thing I'm seeing here that's like sort of different. I mean, I'm pretty sure this exists in other plugins. Can't name it offhand, so I don't know. I like how they try to get ahead of it here. This isn't just another reverb plugin. Right. This isn't just another reverb plugin, this is a transcendent tool for your sound. So instead of actually backing up their claim of it not being just another reverb plugin, they followed up with something vague, such as transcendent tool for your sound. Like, what is the, how though? Access all essential reverbs needed for your productions in one elegant plugin. So, I mean, all it is just several different algorithms. That's the thing I'm assuming they're saying it makes it not just another reverb plugin. I don't know, though. I don't know. I mean, I can't think of it off the top of my head, though, if there's another plugin in this price range that has 6 reverb algorithms all in one plugin. The only one I could think of off the top of my head is Pro R2, and that is $179. Pro R2 has 3 algorithms, but the missing algorithms that you get in Dimensions are available as presets in Pro R2 as well. Another thing is you can import impulse responses in Pro R2. Pro R2 doesn't have a shimmer setting, but you can achieve shimmer qualities with the plate reverb. Dimensions is $99 currently, the regular price is $149. So you make of that whatever you will. I mean, unless this is amazing sounding, I feel like they're not really convincing me here personally. I like how they've explained the signal chain here. I don't know if this is really necessary. Buy it today, you fucking idiot. Okay, I guess one thing that's actually pretty cool here is how they have all the different settings for the different algorithmic reverbs. You know, a lot of them will just like emulate it through the same settings, you know? Whereas here it seems to have different settings for each algorithm.
I still remember when I met you. That time we were dancing around a wood fire, and the stars. Was an amazing summer.
I mean, it's a reverb plugin. What do you want, really? I don't know what you want from me either. It's another reverb plugin. Okay, we need to talk about something here. So this is something that just popped onto my radar. I just saw a recommendation for it. It came out a few weeks ago, I believe. So this 3D rendering shit for a plugin needs to stop, okay? Because when I see this at first, I'm like, oh, so they released a hardware synthesizer. That's what this looks like to me right here. Then you look down at it, faithful to the original, enhanced for the future. I'm just like, oh, so they're doing a Behringer thing. They're doing a Behringer sort of thing. You have to really dig to find this as a plugin, which I find is really bizarre. Like, maybe it's like misleading out of the gate originally. They don't like go outright say it, essentially, you know, until you start looking at the details here where it's like optimized to maintain low CPU usage. I don't know, just something I'm noticing. I've kind of noticed this trend lately. This 3D modeling shit is getting out of hand. Just show the fucking plugin. Like, this is like bordering on like false advertising in my opinion. Like, does the plugin look like this? I'm assuming it doesn't. So basically it's a recreation, or it's an inspiration of the legendary CS80. We all know what that means. Honestly, they already put a bad taste in my mouth here.
Introducing the 80 by Zilslab, a masterpiece that captures the soul of this iconic instrument and redefines it for today's creators.
So yeah, the same sort of thing. Like, they're making it seem like it's like a hardware synth or something. Like, we have to know this is pretty misleading here.
The 80 isn't
obviously, you can tell it is 3D render the more you look at it.
just an emulation, it's a celebration, a perfect balance of analog authenticity.
Now, it's interesting, in my opinion, to say it's not just an emulation, it's a celebration. Basically, we're gonna copy this old thing here, but it's a celebration.
Faithful to the original, enhanced for the future.
Are we gonna see the plugin at any point in this video?
The CS80 defined an era.
never gonna see the fucking plugin, are we? I'm sure it somewhat resembles this, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't look exactly like this, what they're showing here. Now, I will say this, it sounds fine. Like, it sounds pretty good. Maybe if you're familiar with the company already, you're like, oh, you know it's a plugin already. Maybe they're not realizing they're doing this, but I don't know. It's just, it's a bit odd. It's a bit odd to me personally. Now, I am actually curious what it looks like. I want to see if it looks anything like what here. I think this is what it looks like here. So, you know, it looks a lot more flat. It looks a lot less interesting, which is fine. It's just weird to do this. Yeah, let's check out the demo. Let's see. Okay, so here's what it actually looks like here. Expectations, reality. Me, and then the guy she tells me not to worry about. Now, outside of that, I mean, it sounds fine. You know, I personally am not a fan of the advertising. Honestly, just a little bit turned off by this. A little bit turned. I don't really give a shit. So it's 89 euros. Normal price is 179 euros. Whatever. Am I overreacting here? Let me know. Let me know, chat. Oh my god, I'm calling you guys chat now. I've been streaming too much. Okay, this one's actually really interesting. I know not everyone's a big fan of AI stuff. You know, anytime I bring up AI stuff on the channel, people dip out. But this is pretty funny, okay? So the CEO of the AI music generative platform, SUNO, says some bizarre shit in this video interview. I reacted to the majority of the interview on my second channel. I will link that in the description. It's really funny shit. Like he's like basically doing a bunch of lying, coping, all sorts of weird mental gymnastics to get around the fact that generative AI music is actually damaging to the ecosystem. We'll look at the highlights here on Music Tech. He says a majority of people don't enjoy making music. And honestly, I think he's just projecting his own opinions on this because, I mean, I enjoy making music. Do you guys enjoy making music? I'm pretty sure 99% of you would, and the other 1% of you are memeing. It's not really enjoyable to make music now. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of practice. And you get really good at an instrument or really good at a piece of production software. I think a majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music. I mean, there's maybe like some truth to that when you're learning it. I personally was still enjoying it and when I was doing that. I don't know about everybody else. I don't know if they say it in here, but he said something really bizarre. Like he was basically saying that people are actually willing to spend money to make music now when he was talking about SUNO. And it's like, well, I mean, I spent money on my DAW in order to make music. I spent money on all my plugins in order to make music. Like, what? Like, hey, if you want to disagree with me about AI music being shitty, whatever, like I don't think AI on its face is bad, but I think AI generative music is not really a good thing. Okay, so this one was one I missed about a week ago. This is from Analog Obsession and it is free. It's called Portec and it's not just another Poltec. Now, normally I'd be like, oh, not just another blah blah blah, but actually, I mean, this is free, so you know, who cares if it's not what it claims to be. Okay, so I'm guessing the selling point of this here, or the non-selling point, is a simple Poltec design without SRPP gain stage and inductors. Uses a Fairchild style old line amp to amplify signal after passive EQ. Well-known Poltec low-end trick with extra frequencies. High frequency, it's shelf shape, high boost, and cut at same frequency. Hard to get original bell shape, but not impossible. Trim pot on gain stage circuit, and it will add extra drive to your signal. Actually, it's not controllable from outside because it's set and forget component. But yeah, there you go. I will link this down in the description if you're interested in this. Analog Obsession is goated. Okay, we have some actual good news today. Scalar 3 looks like it's coming out soon. So the main thing I've seen about it so far is they've changed the UI. The UI does look a bit more modern. I didn't think the UI was that bad to begin with though, personally. So this is the new UI. You know, it looks just as complicated. It doesn't look like they really simplified it anyway, but it just looks like the elements a bit are nicer looking, in my opinion. They claim it revolutionized how you create chords, key changes, and modulations, maybe for people who are not super knowledgeable on music theory. On Scalar 3, these tools are now even more accessible with new pages like Explore and Colors, designed to make crafting harmony effortless and enjoyable. They basically have turned this thing into like a standalone DAW. Like, that's not even a joke. Like, it's not a DAW, I don't think, but it has a sequencer. You can run it standalone. Maybe we'll see people speed running Crank that inside of Scalar 3. Who's going to be the first to do that? Not it. So they've added multi-track functionality, which is what I was mentioning. Can edit notes, fine-tune density, adjust range more. I guess it makes it easier if you're trying to do multiple parts of within Scalar and then keep them more easily visible. One thing I'm noticing on the more soon section, which they did not blur out very well, is there appears to be a mixer here. So this is really turning into a full DAW. I think it's pretty affordable. I'm pretty sure it's $49. That's one thing I've always appreciated about Scalar. And then for some reason at the bottom of their page here, they have a bunch of people talking about Scalar EQ, which didn't really make any sense to me. I'm not sure what they're going for here with that. It must be a mistake. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here, because I post videos like this almost every single day. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to check out my second channel. That'll be linked down in the description. I'll see you guys next time.